All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with match number 2 for today. It is going to be ATN Cloud against Fnatic Emphasize Rain. We have a Terran versus Terran. Starting map is going to be Terminus SE.
Wow. It's a great starting map for TVT. I mean, this is an amazing map for even Reaper harass, Reaper scouting. Also, it's a good macro map. TVT macro game. Those never happen, right?
No. They usually end as quick as CVZs and PvPs.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. For example, you can take games like Boxer versus Rain. We had Select versus Style Life, or now Stake because he changed his name.
Style Life changed his name?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Style Life changed his name to Stake. After asking him why he changed his name to Steak, he said, "Do you like steak?"
Well, that's going to boom his fan base right there. You're gonna be like, well, I like steak. I'm following this guy.
Yeah. So he said, "Do you like steak?" I said, "Okay, yeah." He goes, "Yeah, me too." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, anyway, here we go in the 9 o'clock position. That's the Aquamarine Terran. We have alternate attacks Cloud. And in the 12 o'clock position, of course, over here as the green Terran, we have Fnatic Emphasize Rain. So this is going to be close positions. I would say it favors Rain, actually, to an extent, towards the beginning to mid-game, and then it favors Cloud at the later stages, just because we can see that this distance over here to get to the third, it's very easy to drop here. And it's going to, because the game's going to be longer. When it does get longer, this is going to be the more important expansion. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say
more
that.
important expansion, whereas Cloud, he gets to expand away from his opponent.
Also, something to note is TVTs are a lot about Blue Flame Hellion drops.
Yeah.
It's a lot about that. And with these positions, it definitely helps Rain way more than it helps Cloud.
Yeah. So definitely, and it's applicable all game, but it really, really affects you early game, because when you get to the later games, you have 4 command centers. You're just like, oh, I lost SCVs. Well, I guess I'll just get a lot of mules and throw down some SCVs. That's cool. And normally it's absolutely fine. So we do see that Cloud was able to get in and see exactly what's going on. Saw the command center. Didn't see that refinery, I don't think. And that is a little bit of a tell, because a lot of times you see either barracks openings from a fast expansion, you get a fast 3 barracks, or you can do something like, of course, a fast factory, which is what we're probably going to be seeing coming out of Rain.
Right, we do see that, you know, we have double gases already for Rain out on the field, so he's going to go straight into that factory and make pretty much as few of Marines as possible, I would imagine. Just go straight to the factory starport kind of play. We see they did wall himself in, so he doesn't have to worry about, you know, maybe a reactored Hellion or something like that very fast from Cloud. We do have the first factory actually going down for Fnatic Phoenix, while, you know, Cloud actually saw his opponent expanded. So while his opponent, Rain, built his command center in his main, Cloud just went ahead and put his in the natural, so he could have more mineral patches available.
The power of scouting, I would say. Now, Cloud, we can see that he's just a lot more efficient with his build. Total units, let's go ahead and look at that. 20 to 19 in favor of Cloud. We can see that his mules are a little bit farther ahead of his opponent. On top of that, we can also see all the positions are much better. The bunker is being placed for Rain. Cloud doesn't have to do that because he knows what his opponent is doing. Does Rain know exactly what's going on? No, he hasn't even scouted. Holy guacamole. So a huge, huge advantage coming in for Cloud, just for the fact that he scouted and his opponent didn't. And we can see all of a sudden a huge, huge efficiency boost for his entire build.
Yeah, I really like the position Cloud's in at the moment. I mean, you know, we already see that Rain's playing completely blind. He has a bunker invested already, and I don't really think there's a need for that. No. You know, but because of not scouting, he had to make the bunker. Otherwise, he could have died to just a simple, you know, Rax factory Marine Hellion attack.
Yeah, and let me just get it straight really quick, because a lot of people are saying, hey, that bunker is only costing 25 minerals. Yes, it only costs 25 minerals because you can salvage it and you get the money back, but the big thing is the opportunity cost that you're losing out on. We can see that because of this bunker being made, you know, maybe an extra factory wasn't able to be made too fast, or a refinery or a supply depot, whatever it might be, it's just not as efficient, and that's why it's really, really hurting Rain a lot more than Cloud.
Yeah, exactly. If we look at the harvester count, both players are staying pretty consistent. We do have Cloud being constantly 1 or 2 ahead the whole time, which being able to have all those extra mineral patches at his disposal only helps him.
Yes, I would completely agree, and does give him that income lead that we see right over here. Additionally, we do see a Viking coming out from Rain, and it looks like a Viking should be coming out. Yes, there it goes for Cloud. Cloud for now is just going mass Blue Flame Hellions. Very, very standard to what we normally see. Blue Flame's coming out from Rain too. Now Rain is slightly ahead, or in the Blue Flame Hellions, but he only has 1 factory, whereas Cloud has 2. I would definitively give Cloud the big, big advantage going into this mid game.
Yeah, he's actually leading in almost every department of the game. I mean, he has more income, he has more units, he has 2 factories compared to his opponent's 1 factory. I mean, he's leading almost in every category. The real question is, can Rain make something work with these Hellions to get this advantage? We actually even see Cloud's barracks is actually blocking this orbital command from landing. So this is actually going to delay him some while Hellions are running in here.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Go! And there's the big hits. It looks like he lined up perfectly. So 4 Hellions are going to kill 2. That could have been a huge disaster. He went the wrong way. He said, oh, I need to unburrow my supply depot, and he actually burrowed the other one. Such a shame. Wow. But that barracks, as you were saying, I'm sorry to cut you off before, that barracks, such a clutch move by Cloud.
It is. It is. Like, even, I would just let this die at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you could just build another one. Doesn't even matter. It's going to delay for so long.
And look at this, a 3rd being taken by Cloud. He's going ahead and plopping that down right on the position. The barracks finally coming up and checking on what's going on, seeing where exactly his opponent is. But still, he has no indication of what he has inside of his base. We do see 5 total factories coming up for Cloud. In the back of Rain's base, we only have 3 there. So a huge, huge advantage going to Cloud. Again, just so much more efficient than this opponent, but we do see by the supplies there's a slight advantage for Rain.
Yeah, Rain has the supply advantage, but he does not have the production advantage. We see now 5 factories for Cloud. Like, that's a ridiculous amount of factories. He's going to have so much production right here. And it's 3 reactors
Whoa.
and 2 tech labs. He's going to have so many Hellions, and with this 3rd already up, turning into an orbital command and 3 orbital commands, he's going to be able to produce so much units.
Yes, he will. He has a Raven out as well, so he's making sure that he's absolutely safe. I think actually one of those factories are going to switch off. Yeah, there it goes, with that 1 starport. So very, very diligent in creating his air control, just so that he's not susceptible to something like Banshee harass in this early game stage. It's so important to have that air control. And while he has his 3rd a lot longer than his opponent, that's where he's going to really take his advantage, in my opinion. We're going to see him just soaring in the supply in a little bit as Cloud starts to yield off of this new 3rd.
I really like what Cloud's doing here. Like, actually, I like what both players are doing. For the example, neither of them are overcommitting to trying to harass or something. Both players are just kind of playing back, but Cloud knows that he has the advantage right now.
Yep.
So he's not being risky. He's not going in trying to, suicide all of his Hellions to maybe kill a mineral line or something, which could turn out bad for him.
Yeah, and he's just keeping his advantage with that, which I really, really like. You can see a couple of Hellions are just going back and forth constantly. But you know what? Cloud can keep doing this because he has the production capabilities to do it a lot more so than his opponent. But it's going to continue on like that. For the most part, Rain has been the more efficient one in those Hellion battles, but we'll see as the game goes on who becomes more and more efficient, as this production is just getting scary from Cloud.
Right, we do have Cloud now 10 SCVs ahead, and that's actually a lot. When you're 10 ahead and you've had an extra base running for this long, like, it's a big lead in a mirror matchup, especially Terran versus Terran. Like, that gas is so important to how many tanks you can have, how much Ravens you have, and everything like that. We have Vikings actually landed from Cloud already, throwing down some missile turrets. Hellions are actually pushing back Rain's force right now. Vikings are landing.
Oh, man.
Man, wow.
And that's going to be a huge, huge hit to Rain. Now, the big thing was the fact that he lost all of those Vikings. Look at that. Only 2 Vikings left. A Raven is there. Hasn't put down anything. No auto turrets there. Finally goes down. But the big problem now is that complete lack of air control from Rain. Rain's going to oh, well, I say that, and he still has more somehow. I don't know exactly how, but he is suiciding some of his Vikings in. But honestly, I mean, there's been such a lead for Cloud this whole time. He cannot afford to lose any form of air control, and that really, really hurts him. Now finally gaining his third. It's not even saturated yet. We can see Cloud, because he had the saturation in his third, he's already at you know, a 30 supply difference in this mid-game stage.
Yeah, I would say the one thing Rain had going for him was he had air dominance. Now with air dominance, you are able to push your opponent across the map because of the range of tanks. But with him losing all of his Vikings and losing that air control, I don't know if he can actually manage to come back army-wise.
And here we go again, pushing into the 4th of Rain's base. It looks like all of the units have to back up. There are just not enough material units to be able to deal with all of these siege tanks and Hellions. Looks like he just keeps pressing on. Now these 2 siege tanks are going to go down to just unsieged siege tanks, moving directly into the natural. There are no units there. Siege tanks trying to siege up on the high ground. They will shell out a lot of damage, but it looks like all of the SEs will have to retreat. This represents so much damage being done to the economy of Rain, and the 4th of Cloud is being taken over here in the bottom middle. It looks like Cloud is just taking a decisive advantage and extending his lead even further. This is looking really bad for Rain.
Yeah, I don't think Rain can even come back at this point. This is just, I mean, Cloud's almost doubled Rain's supply at this point, and he just already has another base. His 4th is now up. He has just killed all the SCVs at Rain's 3rd base, so it's just like one thing just keeps going wrong for Rain over and over again. It's just non-stop.
Yeah, and we did see some Manor Mules go down from, well, not Manor Mules, kind of offensive mules coming down from Rain, trying to do splash damage. He did kill 2 siege tanks, but was it worth it? I'm not completely sure. We do have, again, the that air dominance really showing why it's so good. Starting to edge out on these siege tanks. We can already see that one siege tank will go down. He just repairs them very, very fast. Great, great play to stay in this game by Rain. But, you know, we can already see a 5th being taken by Cloud, a 6th command center going down. Planetary Fortress is up at the 4th, and this is just so, so scary. He could probably do this all day long. Cloud doesn't even have to worry about losing anything because he can reproduce everything in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I mean, he's just stalling so long. By the time Rain ever makes a big enough army to break out of here, it's just going to be too late.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. There are a lot of siege tanks in the back right here. It looks like Rain just realizing, hey, I have complete air dominance. Let me go ahead and start making Banshees. Is going to do so. He just switched the starport and the factory. He's only mining off of 2 mineral patches right now. So he needs to make something because he's going to be not mining pretty soon.
You know, maybe making a Banshee earlier in the game would have completely altered this game. Having that air dominance that he did have in many different parts of the game would have allowed him to at least push his opponent back. But there we have the GG coming out of Fnatic Rain. So Cloud will take game 1.
And LZGamer, I have to say, I think if I had to pinpoint that entire game to one action for Cloud to win that game, it was the one SCV scout. That made him the game. It said, I have an advantage, I have an efficient build, a lot more than yours, and he kept that advantage throughout the entire game, had a better income, was able to yield a faster 3rd, and then off of that was able to get so many units out, got a 4th, 5th, and up to 7 additional command centers. What? What?
Yeah, I mean, it really that's what it really kind of came down to.
Yeah.
You know, Rain kind of played like show. He was like, I have a build. It's good. You know, I'm not going to alter it or change it. I'm just going to, it doesn't matter if my opponent sees it.
No,
it's a good build.
It doesn't.
But Cloud saw that and he was like, hey, I can do a little bit better build.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Exactly what happened. It just shows you the power of scouting, especially in the mirror matchups. You get to see such a dynamic change as soon as that scout happens. It's like, oh, we're doing the same build. Well, I can edge you out here.
Yeah.
I can cut this corner.
You can cut corners.
I can cut that corner.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what we're talking about when we see these top players and we say cut corners. That's what you see coming in from Cloud. Great, great play. We're actually going to get into the second game immediately after this break, so stay tuned. There's more action coming your way.